Hello and welcome everyone to Sparkle Your Soul. Welcome Deepak sir. Deepak sir is not new to our channel and he's a professor of Electronics and Telecommunication branch at OPJ Jindal University, Raigad. And today's topic is very interesting and applicable to all. It is about setting boundaries and when you set boundaries, you have more time and more freedom for yourself. We are very eager to
True.
hear from you, sir. Welcome,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So this is a very important book I recently read. That is from Joseph Neon. I think I should start sharing my screen now. That would be much
Yes.
better.
Mm.
Right. So I hope it is visible now.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
visible.
Yeah. So this is a very small book. It is 90 pages. Actually, less than 90 also, 89
Yes.
pages. Okay. But the content what they have written is he has written, the Joseph Neon has written, is very matlab, beyond the limit. And nowadays all people are talking about many things like self-love, affirmations, and but the basic problem what they are facing, they are not able to set their boundaries. And if they are not able to set their boundaries, they will never ever get the reach to the point of self-love. So that is a basic concept. Okay. So I personally recommend to everyone to read this book. And here I'm going to provide an overview of this book. uh, I will not go with the chapter by chapter. I will go with the gist or the concept behind this book. Okay, so that is my whole concept, whole idea of presentations here. The book starts with very interesting or very basic quote, a very powerful quote, that is, have a heart soft enough to give love and mercy, but that is wise enough to know your boundaries. By Cal Grove. This is the first thing he started the book. So author says like, if you want to give something to the universe, to the society, first you should have that property or the thing or the object. Otherwise, if you are deprived from the love, how can you give to love to others? If you are having abundance of wealth or the money, then only you can help the others. That is the very first criteria what the author Joseph discuss in this book. Okay. So now I'm going to start my presentations step by step with the content wise. Just let me switch to uh, okay, it is stopped now. Oh, wait.
Ah, presentation has stopped.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Screen. Yeah.
We are always
Okay.
very much confused about what is boundary, when are we behaving in a porous way, and when we are setting a very rigid boundaries. So it is very important for us to know in detail about this.
And the
Yes.
very basic problem of the setting the boundary is the feeling of guilty. That is the
Yes. Yes. Yes.
basic core
We feel
philosophy about
guilty.
it.
Yes.
Yes,
And we feel guilty
because
while saying no to someone.
yes, no to someone. And
Yes.
for that, we also do the negative self-talk. We
Yes.
sabotage ourselves. That is again going to the self-love and affirmation and many things. Okay.
Our
So,
inner
so
critics gets sparkled.
yeah, yes, because and that started with the not setting the boundaries. And now
Yes.
because of not setting the boundaries, we are not getting the freedom. If we are not
Huh.
getting the freedom, we are having the grudge or guilt inside in our body, inside our
And you're
brain or
not
inside our
and you're
soul.
not having
Soul.
time for yourself.
Yes. Perfect. So, okay, I'm starting my presentation, a very brief
Yes.
presentation, but
Huh.
okay. So the overall book says transmit boundaries is equal to freedom. This title is also very important.
Yes.
Boundaries provide you the freedom. So that's why it says the equal sign. Okay, not greater than, not less than, nothing else. It is equal to that. So, what is the core philosophy behind the setting the boundaries and boundaries? The basic problem, just what I have discussed, to create the boundaries without the guilt. That is should be your first criteria. When you decide your boundary, you must reframe your boundaries that will give you the self-respect, that will that is not something like selfishness, or it will and also that's what you told, like you should not go with like very strict or very rigid limits. Okay, I will not do that, I will never ever do that. The author says there's nothing like never ever. As of now, I will do this based upon my certain conditions or commitments. In future, I will change my boundaries, I will change my limits. So that is
Yes.
also very important here. Okay,
Yes.
so if you are able to set the boundaries, what you will achieve, very first thing is, setting the boundary is self care. It is not nothing like a selfishness. Okay, because if you are healthy, if you are well-being, then only you can help the others. Another thing is, it strengthens the relationship. Okay, if you are in relationship, maybe in society, maybe in couple, maybe in your friends. Okay, and if you are not willing to do something, but because of the other person is saying and you are doing that thing, so okay, you might be the part of that event or game or the thing. Suppose something like, let's go to coffee, and you don't want to drink the coffee on that time. तो क्या होता है, inside there will be a grudge, there will be a fraction a little bit. Okay, so that also will have, if you set the boundaries, that will also help in future to strengthen your relationship. And definitely space, when you
Yes.
have space from the other persons, from inside also, we also require the space inside us. So by that way, it creates the peace, joy, and then only you can provide the joy and love to others or to the society. This is the whole concept. So 3 points: boundaries not setting boundaries not selfishness. It will improve your relationships, and it will give you the joy and happiness in your life. That is the basic thing. The very first thing, the basic problem is that only, the guilt. Whenever somebody says, sets the boundary, okay, I will not do this, I have the something. Okay, suppose I don't want to go for coffee because I have to read my book. But other people will say, no, no, array, let's go for coffee, why you are saying no, and other things. So,
Mm.
and just to please other, we say yes, let's go. So many times the basic problem is not the, because you are not having the priority. So that's why we are not having the boundaries. And another thing is, other person will may get angry, he may feel disappointed. To please him, we say yes to all. So we have to especially take care about this people pleasing personality characteristics. Okay, and this is very deep rooted. Okay, so because from the very childhood it comes, you have to say all the things whatever, you have to say yes to everything whatever is said to you. Okay, if you somebody says keep the books there, you say yes. Wake up early, you say yes. Have tea, yes. So that is the whole child life experience. Okay, so that comes one by one. What are the reasons for the guilt? Just I told you, first one, the fear of rejections or fear of disapproval. If you will say somebody to no for something, you feel that that person will feel bad, and just to do not get, and he may dislike you. Just to do not feel like disliking, you say yes to all his commitments, all his demands. So that is the very first thing. Second, the feeling of disappointment of disappointing others. See, in the first case, you are thinking about my personal, myself. Okay. If I will say no to others, they will not like me. But in another second case, the feeling of disappointment with others is thinking, the person is thinking, he will feel bad.
The
That
other
person
person.
will feel bad. The other person. And to please other person, again, you are requesting all his demands or all his, you are doing according to his will. And not prioritizing your task. Third one, you are thinking I am responsible for all others' emotions. If somebody is not happy, I am responsible. If somebody is not having the lunch, I am responsible. If somebody is not watching movie because he has told me, okay, let's watch movie, and I told no, and he's feeling very bad. So that is another problem. I see he has not taken something, told me something, but I have taken the responsibility in my shoulder. Okay,
Hmm.
because he's not feeling good because of me. So this is third one. Fourth one, being unused to prioritize your own needs. हमने अपनी ही चीजों को, we have not decided in our own task. There is no priority in our task. There is
Hmm.
no need. We have not decided our needs. So
Yes.
that is the fourth category. Fifth category is very different. It is difficult one. You have set the boundaries, and the person who is getting benefit of the previous task, previous things, he is feeling bad, and he will try to push back your boundaries again. Something like, if you are uh, if you are making tea for the whole family every day, now 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 you say no, no, I have to do something else. Now every day you prepare the tea. They will not accept daily, instantly. They will no, say I have other works. You prepare daily. You plan this thing. So that is like, this kind of pushback will always come. Means setting the boundary and then obeying the boundary. Maintaining the boundaries is the most difficult task here. Okay. So these are the, and again you will feel bad because that person is putting grudges now. Oh, you should have done that. I'm feeling that I have to another work. Then you feel, yes, he's right. It is my duty. I have to prepare tea. He is working very hard, or something whatsoever. So that is another problem. So we have set the criteria. Why do we need boundaries? Why do we set the boundaries without the guilt? Now, how to set the boundaries? Very clear cut discussion we are going here. How to set the boundaries? To set the boundaries, the step number one is shift your perspective from guilt to self-respect. If you are saying something no to some task, it is just not like you don't want to do, but you have something else to do. That is very important. Suppose if boss says or somebody says, okay, we will watch a late night movie, and you say no, my health, my rest, my sleep is very much important. So I cannot go to late night movies. So you have to take the self respect, self priority there first. Okay. So identify those things. The very first thing is identify your self respect, your priority. Second, identify the yes behind the no. What the author say means here, if you are say, try to explain the other person, if I'm saying no to this, means I have something else to do, and that is very much important, and yes to something else. Suppose again, I have to read a book, and that is a very deadline, suppose. And so or some task is there, there is a deadline based task. I cannot go to movie on that time. I wish to go, but no, right now my deadline, my priority is to finish the task, the deadline. So that I have to complete first. So presently it is no, because I'm saying yes to my prioritized task. So we have to learn the saying no, and you have to let the other person know also. This is very important. I'm saying no is nothing wrong. Third step, try to use I in spite of you. This comes from the self-love concept. You do not say you are expecting me to work late. You say I need to leave by 5:30 a.m. for my family time, for my peace, for my dinner. It's not, don't blame others. Instead of putting the blame side, go towards your priority side. I have to do something. I have to do my worship at 7 a.m. So that's why I cannot go. Or suppose I want to do the meditation, that I want to do the empty stomach. So I will not take dinner before that. So instead saying, why you are saying me, I have to, you prepare the food right now. Don't go for you side, go for I side. Okay. So that is the kind of self-love. The boundaries create the self-love. Without boundary, we cannot create the self-love. That is a very basic concept. Then the how to do that? Author says do very small steps because we are going in the step size. Now, first we said saying yes, no. Then we are saying instead of using you, you go for I. Prioritize your task. The next thing he says start with very low, very basic things, very small, minimal, where minimal emotions are impacted. Something like just putting the mobile in silent phone for 1 hour, no notification. I will do my task without any interruptions. People are not able to do that. People are feeling very anxiety. They feel that okay, if I will put my phone in a not no mute mode or aeroplane mode, the whole world is calling them. They feel that whole world is calling them, and if I am not receiving their phone, they are in the trouble. They are feeling bad. They are feeling guilt. So again, guilty. So this says do small things. Something like I will not check my email between 10 to 12. I will put this time for my specific task, for my written work or something else, for my coding. If you are a programmer, for coding. If you are a lawyer or something, I will dedicate this 10 to 12 for my reading purpose. I will not check my emails. At least set those small boundaries. Or in spite of having 4 cup of tea, I will drink 2 cup of tea only. Okay. If friends comes and every time say, let's go have a tea, I'll say, no, no, I will take 2 tea. So once I had in my morning, I will take another tea with you in the 4 o'clock. That's it in the evening. That is my boundary. So that is very small. And the last one, not the last one, prepared for the pushback. For pushback, that I told that the discomfort for feeling of resistance. See, you have to tell others the discomfort is temporary because you have set the boundaries. Because you have set the boundaries, the benefiter is feeling getting lost. Na? He's in the lost side. So he will resist. So you should understand this resistance is temporary. You keep continue this bond, maintain this boundary, the other person will accept it. Either he will accept it or you don't accept the person because he is not willing understanding your respect or your boundaries. That is only two things, right? So either he should understand or we should understand. That is very clear thing. Another comes when we set the boundaries. We have set the boundaries. We have gone with the pushback also. But pushback is like resisting the pushback is a physical. Okay. But in mind, there is another problem, and that is called negative talk, negative self-talk. You do not discuss with someone, but inside you are in the guilt side only. Okay. I did something like this and that. So author says when guilt creeps, try to use affirmations. Remind yourself every day, every hour, every minute that setting the boundary the sign of strength. And you are trying to betterment for the family, betterment of yourself, betterment of the society, for the betterment of the society. And try to avoid any kind of disappointment. And you are not there You're not there to manage all others' emotions. Okay, just like in flight, this is right. Put your mask first, then only go for others. But what we do, we always go for others first. Okay, so he says, first set yourself first. First boundaries. Fill yourself with the peace, love, and harmony and abundance. Then only you can go for the other person. And the last step or last strategy, what he says, it is the simplest one. The best way of creating the boundary is reduce the contact. Reduce the contact. Healthy boundary is to reduce the contact with someone who repeatedly refuses to respect your limits, to respect your boundary. If the person is not respecting your boundary, avoid it. Simply avoid it. Do not say thing. If he person truly understand your limit, he will understand. He will think that why you are saying this thing, and he want to grow with you. He want to enjoy the life with you, right? That person will set these things. So these are the basically 7 steps. Just what we discussed: shifting the perspective from guilt to self-respect, identifying saying yes to no, uh, using I statement. Start with the low stake boundaries, very small things you can do, starting with the things. You should not do like, okay, I will do fasting for next 10 days if I want to reduce my weight or something. Like, don't go with the very rigid one. Go with the small steps. Okay, you can do the intermediate fasting, something like this. Ready for pushback? Affirmations. You need affirmations a lot for the setting the boundaries and self-love. And if nothing works, simply walk away from the person. Next, author say, after setting this boundary, another, the he summarizes the thing. He summarizes in the basic concept that setting boundary is not a restriction, but basically it is a freedom. Freedom of getting joy, freedom of fulfillment, getting of abundance in the life. We should consider the boundary as a filter, okay, not as a blockage. Okay, the filter will, what the filter does, filter whatever we required, that is passed on, and whatever is unwanted, undesired, that is thrown away. That is the part, that is the work of filter or sieve, right? So that is the thing. Internal boundaries are paramount. The book says the very important thing, the importance of setting limit within your own mind, stopping negative self-talk and overthinking is very, very important to practice the boundaries. He says, fourth, small changes will give you the big results. Don't make the big changes at a one shot. Do small steps, and you can get the, you can go a long ahead journey of it. And the last one, he says, growth requires changes and consistency. So you have to have consistency for creating your boundaries, for your self-talk, avoiding your self-talk, saying no to yes and other things. Because because the author says the actual problem of suffering is what? The actual problem of suffering comes not from the external person. That person felt bad or not, that doesn't think matter. Actually, you inside decides that person is feeling bad or something like. So your reaction is very important than the other person's reactions. And most of the time, we think we check the other person's reactions. Not only the persons, it goes for the event also. It goes for the particular task also. If I'm not able to complete some particular task, I feel bad. Unnecessarily, I'm feeling bad. Okay, I tried, suppose I created five to-do list, five task to-do list. But I could have finished the four tasks, but could not finish the one task. And then I'm saying, I could not complete my task. That is bad. I should have done properly. Arre, praise for the four task also, na? Why you are sabotaging yourself for the one task which you could not finish it? So it is your emotion first, not the others one. If you are feeling, if you are seeing anxiety outside, actually it is inside your body only. Okay. So solution is control. Boundary gives the power to control our responses, creating infinite possibility for peace and joy. So I can say the very easiest manner, the whole final takeaway of the this book is three things: reduce negative thinking. Healthy boundaries are powerful tool to stop negative thinking, which is a source of suffering. Freedom from external opinion. By setting boundaries, you become less affected by what others think and allowing the greater inner freedom or inner peace. And the third one is it is an active choice. What is the meaning by active choice? Boundaries are active choice because you have to manage the situation, and different possibilities are there. You have to manage the things and do not feel guilty or disrespected about it. So that is the whole concept of this book. It says why the boundary is required, what you will get from the setting the boundaries, what are the 7 steps you have to find out, and overall that how to maintain these boundaries. So the setting the boundary, especially it happens in the couples, it happens a lot actually. The couples will be husband wife. If suppose wife wants to go movie with their friends, husband says no, no, we have to go together because we are a couple, we are husband wife. See, here the lady may go with him, but actually she would have enjoyed more with their friends. At the same time, by that up separation of 2 to 3 hours, and that is called creating the space. See, when she will come back, actually she will love more him, love more to him, that because she missed that missed him right on that 3 hours, and she enjoyed a lot also. Otherwise, she will go together. They will go together movies, and they were oh, I miss the friends. I did not go with my friends. Finally, you are doing everything with the two persons and not giving the space. So boundaries also giving the space. So that is the whole part. So yeah, this is the whole objective of this book. So thank you. I tried to explain it in the very short manner. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Deepak sir. It was very beautifully explained. And agar in a simple nutshell, if we say, it is the word itself shows the significance boundary. We have a boundary
Yes.
wall behind our house. Why is that
Yes.
wall? To protect our garden. है ना?
Right.
Garden may be put beautiful, we have beautiful garden with roses and everything, and we protect it so that the wild
Yes.
animals do not destroy the efforts which we have put to decorate our garden. In the same
Right.
way, we should
Mhm.
also cultivate a beautiful boundary for us so that we
Hmm.
have freedom, so that
Yes.
we can give priority to our things. What is important to me, it might not be important to my friend. So it is
Hmm.
okay to say no at times. And
Yes.
very beautifully you have said that you can very well say no, and in a very polite way, and give the
Yes.
reason. I would have loved to go with you for the cup of tea, but since I have to finish this assignment by 5 p.m., so I'm lacking behind. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. In a
Tomorrow.
polite
That's
way,
okay.
you can say like that. Or if you have for in that way, you can be, you can tell the person. what are your needs, what are your priorities, and why you are telling them no. And one more thing,
Yes.
for the pushback which you had
Push back.
mentioned, pushback which you
It
have
happens a
mentioned
lot.
now,
Yes.
that I have also seen, because if I am setting, if I have started setting boundaries, so my
Hmm.
friends are not used to it. They have
Right.
seen that side of me in which I was a people pleaser. I always used to say yes for any of the things which they have asked me to do. Now, because now I have understood that boundary is freedom, and I love myself, so I give priority to my work. So sometimes I'm refusing them. So, because it
Right.
is new to them and they are not understanding what is going on inside me, so they might
Hmm.
give a pushback. But
True.
our thing is to say politely, my needs are this,
Yes.
and because uh, we all know that if we have to give an exam in 3 hours, we will say no, right? So
True.
when
True.
when we have clarity for what we want in our lives, it would be easy to explain to others.
True. Setting
Huh.
the priority. Setting
Yes,
the priority.
clarity,
The first
clarity,
clarity.
setting the
Hmm.
priority, and then speaking politely about your needs.
Communicating.
Uh,
Communicating
Communicating,
your needs. Your needs.
communicating properly your needs.
And the other person is, if the other person is really caring about you, he
He
will
will respect.
understand. He or she will respect the boundary.
Ah,
So that is very important here.
with the if you have an exam in 3 hours, and if you say, I have an exam, I have to study for it, please excuse me. So the other person will
Hmm.
respect, and he will say that, please go ahead, and all the best for your exams, go and do well. है ना? So he is
But
respecting your
yes,
needs.
yes. But
But
who will tell?
we will have to say that I have
We
an
have
exam,
to.
I have
Yes.
some commitment. And the same thing
Right.
happens if you have a class, and if I call you, you will definitely tell me, ma'am, I will call back you, yeah, after an hour, after I am
Yeah.
done with my class.
Yes.
So
Definitely. Definitely.
it is the right
Mhm.
time. I have to understand that class is more important at
True.
this time. So it is
Yes.
respecting other people's need, or to
Yes. Even
the
most
truth. Obviously, always understand and respect the need. Thank you very much. It was a very
mostly
beautiful
what I
session.
do,
Uh,
mostly what I time, I put the mobile in silent mode completely.
okay.
Whoever will call, I will not respond. That is my
Yeah.
clear rule. Yeah.
Huh.
Notifications also, I all my notifications are off in my mobile because that will disturb me a lot. So that kind of thing we have to cultivate slowly, slowly. It takes
Slowly,
time.
slowly. Huh. Huh. It will take time. And even we are new in setting our boundaries, no?
True, true.
Yeah.
We have to
So
work
it
a
takes
lot.
time, but
But
it is good. And then when
yeah,
we set boundaries, then obviously we'll have time for our work. So boundary is freedom.
yes, and that give the satisfactions after achieving that
Yes.
particular task, a particular.
Huh.
So you feel satisfaction. You are overwhelmed. Okay, you are having feeling proud of yourself. And
Yes.
if you are feeling
And you're
proud of
respecting
yourself,
yourself. You're respecting yourself.
yes,
You're respecting your needs.
and then only you can give to others now.
Yes.
Then
When
on.
your cup is full
That's,
only, then only you can give it to others.
yes, yes,
Yes.
true, true. So yeah, so that was a nice discussion also that it should require. So
Mm.
thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to explain this kind of books again and again. We will come with new books very near future.
Yes.
We will go with it. Yeah.
Actually, all these, everybody should read books and share their knowledge, so that
Yes,
we all grow together.
true.
Yes. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
okay, ma'am.